All right. Hi, guys. Welcome. Happy Wednesday. Happy hump day already. I feel like I was just on. It's how fast the week has gone from the last time I was here on my podcast. This is your mini medium on the A1R Psychic Radio and the beautiful Moonstruck TV. If you guys or even if you're knowing what I'm talking about, a week ago, which I felt like was just yesterday, I had done my podcast live from the beautiful Gettysburg and amazing, crazy energy, Pennsylvania. and but I had the beautiful honor and privilege of interviewing the main manager there, Andy, who amazing soul, incredible person with his own very beautiful gifts. And just the energy in that store at Ghost City Tours was incredible. And I found out later some of the things I was getting during even Andy's reading were validated later, that we're connecting with some of his employees that work there, of course, and then some other experiences that they have. So it was really cool. It was kind of fun to hear later on about, just the validations that of the things I was getting. So I have been just go, go, go. And I got back yesterday from from Gettysburg, but we got the chance to visit Maryland for a short amount of time. Now I'm going to plan some more time to stay in Maryland and visit some more. It was super hot in both Pennsylvania and Maryland. The humidity was insane. I'm so used to the dry heat. So, but my skin loved it. How's that? My skin was great. My makeup and hair was not very happy with it, but it was incredible, and got to have some amazing crab legs, which I have been craving for so long, and it was worth the wait. So it was fun. We had a great time, and all of my pictures and experience and some of the stories I have posted on my Facebook page, which is a mini medium. It's under mini medium, and it says psychic medium and Reiki practitioner. And also on my Instagram, I'll be sharing that here shortly, but that is mini medium 75. Then, of course, I will be also having more stuff coming up that I'll be more or less streaming more from YouTube and my YouTube channel, which is also mini medium 75. So I would love to have you guys hop on and share your experiences with me, or your stories, or just come on and listen. And tomorrow night I'll be doing free readings from streaming from my YouTube channel to also my Facebook page, and that'll be at 6:30. Yeah, 6:30 p.m. Mountain Daylight Time tomorrow. That's Thursday. Gosh, what is it? The first tomorrow, or 31st, July 31st. Good gosh, I'm losing track of my days. Anyhow, so I would love to see you guys there. And let me know how you know me, how you heard of me, how you heard of the event, and all that goodness. But some things that I'll tell you have been very interesting today. The energy after coming back from a very fun, eventful Gettysburg Battlefield Bash event in Gettysburg. It's been just, overwhelming, but also incredible. So, some things that I can't wait to see how they pan out in tonight's, readings, or I say or tomorrow on my free reading night that I will be doing. So we'll see how it all comes into play. But the number I have been drawn to today, and the number that keeps popping up, is the number 23. So, as some of you may know, if you've been, listening to my show for quite some time, or just the last little bit, or whatever it may be, numbers will come up, and they, for me, um, are, spirit guides, your loved ones in spirit, intuition, however you may be, that are giving me numbers that will connect with the person or persons that I meet, either tonight on my show or, here in the next little bit. So we'll have to see how that all comes about. But so the number 23 has been very strong. So the number 23, so 2, 3. Now, this will be where, you connect with the 23rd of the month as being a significant, birth date, death date. Um, the 2023, we could be going back 23 years ago. This can also be February 3rd. So when this number comes up, like I said, it is very significant with a spirit coming in and giving me that number, knowing that I'll be meeting someone that understands and connects. Or it can also, be another night, or that 23, may click later. It's very interesting to see how it all plays. So, with that said, I'm going to pull an affirmation tonight. And it was kind of interesting as I was in Gettysburg, Pennsylvania, and just returned. I um, was, I had found my cards, my affirmation cards, and I so ironically, I couldn't find them. They had disappeared, and then voila, here they are. And I found them when I was at the bash. So I ended up having them with me, but never used them. I was booked the whole entire event from the Friday from when I sat down through to the Saturday gala reading event, and then even into like literally the last minute on Sunday. So feel very blessed to have been so busy. But now we get to put these into place. So the affirmation, and this is collectively for everybody, to give, an affirmation is that you're going to affirm or promise yourself, as whatever this message says, that you will apply that into your life in some way, shape, or form, or at least try. So the affirmation for everybody says, "It is safe for me to explore unknown worlds and try new things." And I'm kind of giggling about this because I'll read it again. "It is safe for me to explore unknown worlds and try new things." And I'll tell you, I literally did that while I was in on the East Coast and going to Pennsylvania, went to a couple different places and to Maryland and whatnot. And I always say my motto is do something every day that just scares you a little bit, and you'll see how that'll help you step out of your comfort zone. And just kind of, make life a little bit more exciting per se. So I love that. I think that's a good one for everybody, right? So just try something new and explore those unknown worlds, right? I'm starting to open my mind up even to some of the more of the paranormal stuff outside of ghost hunting and paranormal investigating, haunted places. So it's interesting. Definitely opened my mind up to some things over the weekend that I thought, okay, things that make you go, hmm. So it's a good thing. It's a good thing to live by. All right. Well, I'm excited. And how interesting is this? But my next, or my first caller, is someone from Pennsylvania. This is James. Hi, James. This is the mini medium. How can I help you tonight, my friend?
Oh, well, I've been having a string of bad lucks and just trying to figure out what's going on.
Okay, sure, sure. Let me see if I can't give you some guidance, or, maybe sometimes we just want, I mean, just some validation that, what's going on in our life is going on, and that we're not over, thinking things, or overreacting in certain situations. So I completely understand, my friend. I'm going to pull a couple cards for you really quick. And while I'm doing that, now, do you resonate? I was just talking about, and I'm sure you may have heard, but that number 23 that's been coming up pretty strong. Do you connect with that number?
No,
Okay.
no, not
Okay.
not 23.
Okay. That's okay, my friend. That's okay. Let me ask you now. I, uh, um, well, I'll tell you. Here's what's interesting. I very rarely say this or will mention this, but um, I'm going to very respectfully disagree with you, my friend, because I'll tell you why. The minute that I'm sitting here pulling some cards for you to help you out with some of the things that have been coming up in your life, um, I instantly felt that I needed to talk to you or ask about even, and you don't have to share, but if I take you back to 2023, so if we're going back 2 years ago, there seems to be a significance with that year of even the beginning or where the momentum of some of this string of bad luck or things being very difficult started per se. Do you understand that when I mention that?
Yeah, yes,
Okay. Okay.
that's about time some stuff that happened in the family.
Okay. Okay, my friend. Okay. And like I said, you don't have to elaborate. I just want to make sure that I'm understanding and interpreting that correctly. So, um, all right, let's see. I'm gonna pulled a couple of little cards for you. So now, oftentimes I'll pull cards, but I just want to see how they're going to give you a visual validation of what my gifts per se are giving to me. And you pulled these two cards that are it's very interesting. Both are reversed. I'll put it that way. So when they're reversed, it really is where. And I can show them on the screen here. So if you're able to see or anyone else can see, but you've got this Page of Cups that's reversed and a Hermit card reversed. So, in using those cards to validate some things, that Page of Cups that's upside down and that Hermit card upside down really means that you're in the thick of what we call your shadow work. So it's really the thick of the journey. It's the thick of you working on things that from your past that have not been serving you in a good way. It's holding on to grudges. It's holding on to past, situations in a sense that are not worth putting time and energy into. So as I'm seeing this, one thing that I feel a lot of what, even gosh, boy, even since that 2023, my friend has really, you know, how it's all played into the last year and a half, gosh, almost 2 years, as we're almost the end of this year, uh, happens to be, um, it's a lot of the energy that is put out there. So it's called karmic energy. So it's how we react and respond to the things that are happening in our life. And if we kind of react and respond in a negative way, and we're putting out in the universe, the negative energy, the woe is me, I hate my life, nothing's working out, then the universe, you know, or God or whoever you feel your higher power, in a sense, sends it back your way. And it can be a repetitive motion. And that's where we feel like, gosh, when can I get a break? I just feel like there's just a stream of bad luck. Now, it's not as easy as just a light switch and changing it and, looking at things as, rainbows and butterflies. It is about how we are taking everything in our life that has not gone so great and looking and accepting it as everything happens for a reason. I know it's a cliche saying. I truly believe in it. Now, when I see for you, you're right, my friend. I feel you've had a lot that has come your way, even since that 2023 I was picking up on. And one of the things I really feel um, it has really affected your health. So there's some things with your health. So do you understand that? Health, I'm a little worried about.
Yeah, type 2 diabetic. Haven't been taking my medicine, so
Okay.
there's that.
Okay. There's that. Yeah, absolutely. And as you know, being diabetic, that I'm also I'm insulin resistant. I'm non I'm not insulin dependent, but being insulin resistant and almost type 2, I have to be very careful. I still take meds, and I tell people that it's something that we just can't mess with. And so I just encourage you, as I feel a lot of Mm, well, some of what I feel is going on is about how you are treating your body, giving back to yourself. So please think about getting back on your meds and taking those regularly. There is a sense of even as putting the chemicals into the body, such as, whether it's sugars or carbs that throw you all off, that can really cause you to go into that hermit stage, which is exactly what this hermit is. And it's about depression, it's about anxiety. And I am worried about that part for you. So, um, here's some good news, and I'm also, one thing about me, I'm very honest and transparent, and as I say, I don't sugarcoat things. I'll tell you what you need to hear. Sometimes it's not what you want to hear, but um, I'm really excited for this next beginning phase, if you will, or stage. I shouldn't say phase, stage. And that stage is about that page of cups where we're turning the page of the last chapter that you have been repeating over and over, and we're starting that new chapter. And that is what next year is about. Next year is the year of the one. It's new beginnings, it's fresh starts. And I really feel you're on that very, I don't know if you want to say downhill slope, uphill climb. I never know which one is good. So, but it's good.
Yeah.
It's good. I just feel your biggest thing is about taking, first and foremost, taking care of your health as I feel it. And then also, there are some people this year I see that you're going to have to cut out of your life, my friend, out of your space. It doesn't mean you don't love them. It doesn't mean that you can't have them in your life. It doesn't mean you can't go and do family things with them or whatever may be. It just means that you're not going to allow their judgment, their opinions, whatever may be, to affect you any longer. Do you understand that?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. Good, 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 good. Um, I'll tell you, you really do in January, and I know we've got a few more months, but you've got some time here to work on this stuff. Is a very just a beautiful new beginning of energy. So give it some time. There is you carry a very strong father energy with you. So, and I'm saying energy at the moment. So has your father passed?
Yeah, like 17 years ago.
Yeah, okay. Okay. So you carry dad's energy with you, which is also his protective energy of his soul. And even regardless of how that things ended at the time of dad's passing, there's a sense coming from your father of just how proud he is of the fact that you have come so far in those 17 years, and that even what happened in 2023, the fact of how whatever happened there, just know your dad has shown me you processed that, handled it a lot better than maybe he would have thought you would have. Okay. And I think that's a huge and beautiful compliment from your dad. But give it some time, my friend. Your biggest thing is to get back to taking care of your health. Okay.
Okay.
All right, my friend. Well, I I hope that helped you and gave you some excitement, inspiration for what's coming, and guidance. And I'm not worried. I feel you're exactly where you're supposed to be. So just now it's about trying to make a few adjustments. Okay.
Absolutely. Thank you so much.
Okay. You're so welcome, hon. Have a wonderful night. Thanks for calling in.
All right. You too. Bye bye.
Okay. Bye bye. All right, you guys, we got some more time for a second caller and another East Coast peep. I love it. So I've got Jody from New Jersey. Hi, Jody. This is Mini
Hello.
Medium. How are you?
Hello, how are you? I'm good.
I'm doing great, my friend. Good. How can I help you tonight?
I just wanted a reading. My husband's been sick.
Okay.
Has
Okay.
to go through surgery. So I'm just concerned.
Sure. Sure. Okay, hon. And I'm sorry that you're going through that. I'll tell you, it's It's never easy, no matter what the surgery is, to, see our loved ones have to go, you know, under the knife per se. So
Yeah.
I'll be definitely thinking about you, and we'll be sending you lots of good, strength and good love and light and good energy your way, regardless. Okay. Um,
Yes, thank you.
all right. And you're welcome. And I'll be in New Jersey in November, first part of November. I'm excited to head that way again.
It
I
can be
came
good.
last
It's
year.
expensive to live here.
Oh, yes. Yeah. It's just to visit, so not to stay. I mean, it's just for an event I'm doing that way, but, but I like coming out to the East Coast. It's definitely a whole different, perspective than out here in Utah, so I love it.
Yeah.
Um, okay, all right. So I pulled a couple cards for you, and I know that we're kind of limited on time, but you've got two very powerful cards, which I think are very ironic. I just kind of pull cards based on numbers, and the number 23 has been a very big number today. Do you connect with that number with a birth date or death date or 2023?
2023. I'm trying to think.
Or even
What?
February 3rd? More out of curiosity, but it's been a very strong number. And a lot of times when they come up, it's because it connects with someone I'm going to be reading. And if not, it's okay.
Okay.
I say take it with you.
Okay.
Sometimes these things click later, but with that respect, I actually pulled the number 2 and number 3 card, and really cool. You pulled this Ace of Cups. I'm going to show it on camera here, and this Knight of Cups. Now, this Knight of Cups card, that card, I mean, it literally shows this very like Mr. Romantic, knight in shining armor kind of guy, and um, if anything, it connects with even your husband and, the question about him. Now, this
Yeah.
Ace of Cups, you've got both cups are right side up. So, how that is kind of put into kind of perspective, it's where the cups are, if you have a cup and it's sitting right side up, it means that the cup can be filled, but it also means that the cup is running over. So it can be running over with goodness, like when they say, my cup runneth over, or it can be running
Mhm.
over with not such goodness. It's the stress, it's the crap that we're dealing with that, we feel like doesn't end, it's never ending.
Right.
Um, but what I love is the fact that Ace of Cups, and the Ace of Cups is all about new beginnings and fresh starts. So with your husband and, what's coming surgery wise, and, I know with the worry that you have, I can't express this enough. And I just mentioned this to my last caller. It Life really will send us, these, difficult times, these obstacles, but how we react and respond to them is so important. And the way we react and respond to them will ultimately um, it really, can determine an outcome, but more importantly, it will help us to manage whatever the outcome is. And so I truly feel whatever we put out there comes back. So, and it's that karmic energy, it's karmic lessons. And so when I feel your energy, by the way, you have a very beautiful, very empathic, loving, caring energy. You do have a great energy. um, I can tell that it's been, kind of low a little bit, and rightfully, with everything you have going on. Um,
Right.
One thing I feel about your husband, and you don't have to, give any information about what kind of surgery or what's coming, but with his surgery and what's coming with his health, I feel this is either the second or third time we've done this. So I don't feel this is a first attempt. Does that make sense?
No. No. Mm-mm.
Okay, then this means that whatever he's having done, we've had the problem
Mhm.
in the past, but
Yes.
Okay, okay. So, and now we are at a point where we kind of have no choice, but we need to take care of this now, you know? So, um,
Absolutely.
okay, okay, that makes sense. Okay. So now, I just want to make sure as I'm seeing a repetitiveness that this isn't something new that just popped up. So, one thing, and you can just say yes or no. A lot of where I feel some of the issues are centralized is really coming from. It's called the solar plexus. It's the belly, the stomach, the abdomen, and then I move up. It's interesting. So,
Can
um,
I say something?
if you would
What you're
like,
saying
please
makes
do.
a lot of what you're saying makes a lot of sense because what he has to have surgery on, um,
Yeah.
what a nerve's being pinched, okay, and that nerve is like to the main brain thing that connects to everything in your body. It affects everything,
Ah,
and
okay.
the new beginning is they told him once he has this that he'll be like a new man. So it makes a
Oh,
lot of
yeah.
sense.
Okay. Okay. Well, that's beautiful. And I know we've got about 2 minutes or less, but if anything, and I'll get right to the point, I am not worried about this procedure. I'm not worried about your husband. I feel if anything, it's going to put a fire under his butt, and it is going to get him to start taking better care of himself, but also it's going to help him have a different outlook on life. So I think
Yes,
it's meant to happen, as hard as it is that we have to do it this way. But just know, and I feel like your cups are going to be filled. He's going to be just fine. And, we'll all be sending that good energy your way. I know I have like 45 seconds, but I hope that helped you.
it
But
did. Thank you.
please, you're welcome, hon. Please feel free to, anytime message me. You can message me on my website. It's mini-medium.com, or on my Facebook page is Mini Medium. And I'm happy to, answer any other questions you may have. Okay.
Okay, thank you very much.
Hey. All right, my friend. You're
All right,
welcome. Have a beautiful night. Thanks for calling.
you too.
All right. Bye-bye. All right, you guys, that's another wrap, another week. Thank you so much. I love you all. I will see you next week. Much love and light.